Hey, and welcome to another episode of the Marco Podcast.
A show dedicated to the realness of organization and entrepreneurship. This space was created for every woman who needs motivation or inspiration to get organized and to keep going after her dream. I'm your host, Angel J. Sit back and prepare for valuable tips, resources, laugh, and much more. If this is your first time here, welcome and thanks for joining. If you've been hanging around for a while, welcome back, and I hope you brought a friend. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode. So it is March 27th, and there are 4 days left until the end of the first quarter of 2024. Like, I can't believe it. Usually, I feel like the first quarter of the year kind of drags by, and I usually feel like January lasts for about 4 or 5 months, which I love the month of January. It's the best month of the year because it's my birth month. But if I'm being honest, January is usually long as I don't know what. But this first quarter has flown by, and I don't know about y'all, but this first quarter has been a little crazy for me. I mean, I know I've told y'all some of it, but started the year off with having to get a new roof that was supposed to be finished last year, but that somehow trickled over into this year. Then the garage door broke, and so we were parking outside in the winter, which is just normally not an issue in Charleston. You know, it's usually whatever, we're cool. But this winter it was freezing. My son and I were not too happy about that. Like, both of us was like, how long we got to do this for, and why we got to park outside. And my husband was like, y'all will be fine. And we're both looking at him with the side eye like, nah, we don't like this. But at the time this episode is coming out, the garage door is fixed. My son and I were both happy about it. I remember the day that we got it fixed. It was actually raining that day, and I picked my son up from school. And I was like, "Guess what?" He's like, "What?" I was like, "Daddy got the garage door fixed today." He's like, "Oh, thank goodness, because it is raining outside, and I did not want to get out the car and have to walk to the front door in the rain." I was like, "Me either, buddy. I get it." So, but actually, the garage door, it broke twice now that I'm thinking about it. So, broke one time. Our neighbor came over, got it working again. We're like, "Okay, cool." And then it broke again. And so, yeah, that was just my personal life, and I've already told y'all about some other stuff that happened. So that was just my personal life. And then my business life was, oh my goodness. So I set my goals for the first quarter at the end of last year. But life, it happens, but God. So I did get my masterclass launched. I was excited about that. I had some people sign up for it. So that was like really awesome for me and just really, really great. Super excited about that. And I also published my other, well, not published, but I put my other courses out there, my earned media course and then my You Are Your Publicist course. So I put both of those out there that are available for people to purchase and sign up for. And then I created some workbooks. Well, the Earned Media course has a workbook that comes with it, and my masterclass, which is how to build your PR toolkit, that one has a workbook with it as well. And then on my website, I have my PR goal planning freebie. And so after I got the masterclass like launched and stuff, well, actually, probably while I was working on the masterclass, I was already thinking about other workbooks and courses that I wanted to create. But then I remembered that I was overcommitting and that I needed to focus on bringing awareness to the courses and the things that I already had out there. And I also really wanted to bring more awareness to my podcast. And so I started joining some bundles that I think I talked about a couple of episodes ago. And when I say some bundles, I mean 5 bundles. Yep, that's right, 5 of them. So 3 of them were back to back. I had 3 of them in February, and one of them actually just ended. I think last week it did. And then I have another one coming up in April, I believe. So if you're on my email list or if you follow me on social media, you've seen my emails and my post. And I'm not going to get into too much details about like what bundles are, but I do have another episode planned where I will talk more in depth about those a little bit. But they did help me with my awareness goal. And so by participating in the bundles, I was able to bring awareness to my business and the products and services that I offer, as well as bring awareness to my podcast. And one of the bundles that I participated in, it was actually like a podcasting bundle type thing. The lady just wanted to do something for Galentine's Day. And for those of you that don't know what Galentine's Day is, it's Valentine's Day for girls to like hang out with their girlfriends and their girl group and just do things and encourage each other and be there for one another. And so she wanted to do something for Valentine's Day, like a self-care type thing. And she just asked if anyone had like a podcast that was about self-care or like any workshops or workbooks or anything like that, if we'd be willing to all come together and like share those. So I actually shared a podcast episode that I had about quieting your inner critic. And then I also shared a self-care guide that I created a couple of years ago for that. So that was really cool. But by participating in the bundles, it helps you to build your know, like, and trust factor, which is really important in business because people want to do business with people that they know, like, and trust. And that was another one of my goals this year, was to definitely work on building those factors. So for the remainder of the month of March, I am going to, well, for the next 4 days, I guess, I will be tracking where I am on my goals and then making notes of things that did work, things that did not work, things that I would like to keep doing, and things that maybe I don't want to keep doing or that I don't feel like really fall into what it is that I'm trying to accomplish. And then also, like what I really want to focus on and what I need to work on. And with that will also come with helping me to determine what can be put onto the back burner for right now. And this is for my personal life as well as for my business. I talked about that a couple of episodes ago about overcommitting and just really setting your priorities and really focusing. And that's really what I want to do for the second quarter, is get those priorities set, get those goals set. And so one of the things that I know is going to be my big focus in my business for quarter two is that I want to host my own summit in Bundle, and I've already kind of started working on some things for that. So I'm super excited about it, but I'm also a little nervous about it. But I'm very proud of myself for giving myself enough time to prep, because I don't know if I've ever told y'all this before, but I'm the type of person that, like, as soon as an idea pops in my head, I feel like it has to be executed within the next 30 minutes or it's just going to go away and it's never going to happen and it's never going to work out. And so I am really trying to focus on slow and steady. That is, so my words for this year, I don't know if anyone else picks words for the year, but my words for this year are focus and accountability. And my theme, I guess I can say, for this year is slow and steady. And so I am trying to repeat that to myself when I feel like I'm doing too much or when an idea pops into my head and I'm like, ooh, I have to get this done right now or it's never going to happen. I have to remind myself of that. And that if it's meant to be, like, it's going to happen and it's going to get done. So that's my major business thing that I'm working on for the second quarter. And of course, I still want to keep bringing awareness to my podcast and getting more engagement from my podcast as well as my business. And I'll be promoting my courses some more. If anyone's interested in those, you can head over to my website, themodcosc.com, and you can check out those courses that I offer. So I hope that you all have crushed your goals for the first quarter. And if you didn't crush your goals, it's fine. Don't beat yourself up about it. Like I said, life happens, and sometimes it may take us a little longer to get to where we want to be than what it is that we hope to, than what we hoped. And, we plan for things, but sometimes the plan doesn't always go the way you want it to. And sometimes it's for the best, honestly. Like, sometimes the plan can get deviated, and there's a reason why I got deviated. So just remember to give yourself some grace, sit down, figure out what your priorities are, and if it's something that has to be accomplished right away or I shouldn't say has to be accomplished right away. Is it something that you want to accomplish right away? But also remember to give yourself enough time to accomplish it. Like, just take your time. All right, I'll talk to you all again soon. Bye. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Modco podcast. I hope that you enjoyed this episode and learned something from it. Be sure to share this episode with a friend, family member, colleague, or anyone you think will enjoy it. Make sure you hit the follow or subscribe button. And if you love the podcast, please leave us a 5-star rating and review on your favorite podcasting app. That helps others to find us and gets us listed in other show recommendations. So you all know that I run on coffee, and so does the show. If you'd like to buy us a coffee, you can do so by clicking on the link in the show notes. Thank you so much, and chat soon.